Sakshi, a BSc Computer Science graduate. I am explaining my e-commerce assignment in this video. An e-commerce site is a website where customer can browse and purchase products and services online. And this site typically includes features such as the product catalog, shopping cart, checkout process, and order details. This assignment involves developing the website using web development backend technology such as JavaScript, Node.js, Express.js, Mongoose, MongoDB, and Postman tool for testing purposes. And I use Express.js because Express.js is a web application framework used to build web applications and APIs using Node.js, and it provides a set of features and utilities that helps in handling HTTP request and response, routing and middleware, and integration with the other tool. And then I use Mongoose. Mongoose is a library used with the MongoDB and Node.js that simplifies the process at interacting with the MongoDB database, and it provides a way to define data models and query and manipulate data using a simple API. And Mongoose also includes validation and middleware features. Then for database, I use MongoDB because it's a NoSQL database used for storing and retrieve data in a flexible and semi-structured document format. And then for authentication, I use JWT. JWT is a JSON Web Token, is a standard for transmitting data securely between two parties or as a JSON object. And it is often used to user authentication and authorization in the web application. And then a JWT consists of the three parts. First is header, second is payload, and third is signature. When a user logs in, the server creates a JWT containing user information and send it back to the client. And this client stores the JWT and includes in the subsequent request to the server. And this server verifies the JWT, ensure that the user is authenticated and authorized to the access the requested resource. Then this website is user-friendly, visually appealing, and secure to ensure the customer have a good experience and their personal information is protected. And this site is also include functionality for managing user, product, order, customers, and card, as well as analytics for monitoring and improving site performance. And this project or assignment appears to be an API that allows user to register, log in, manage their profile, add, update, and delete products and remove products from their cart. And this assignment uses JSON object to communicate data between the client and the server. And it includes various endpoints to the perform CRUD operations on the user, product, and card collection in the database. And the endpoints are protected by the authentication and authorization. And that measures the certain endpoints require specific permission to the access them. And the APIs also include filter and sorting options for the get the product like endpoints, and allowing clients to search for products by name, size, and price. And overall, this project seems to be a functional e-commerce site or APIs that allows clients to manage user account, product, and shopping cart. And by creating an order could involve adding products to the user's cart and then checking out with the API recording the user's information, shipping and billing details, reading and updating an order could involve retrieving the order information and allowing the users to modify certain fields such as the shipping address and cancel order. Overall, an order API would be an essential endpoints of an e-commerce platform, allowing customer to purchase products and track their orders through the fulfillment of process. Basically, this is my assignment overview, and then I use VS Code to write the code. Let me share my screen, then I can show you the code. Then I stored all the data which in the MongoDB cluster. This is my assignment. First, I initialize this project or assignment by creating package.json by npm init command. This create the package.json module. It consists the metadata of the project, like technical information about the project, like name of the project, version, description, and keywords, and some dependencies we are using in this assignment. First is AWS SDK for storing the profile of the user. Then bcrypt, I use the encrypted form of the password in the database. Then I use Express here, JWT token for authentication, and Mongoose for connecting the database, and define the schema of the database, and Malta for sending the multi-form data. Then I separated all the code according to MVC model. Then first I write the index.js. This is an entry point of my assignment. Then in this module, I import all the necessary dependencies, libraries which I use in this assignment. Then I connect the database with using mongoose.connect method. Then I set the endpoint and then listening code for. Then I create all the schema according to the requirement with some this attributes of the user model. Then I export it by using Mongoose schema. Then product model, order model, and card model. Then I write 15 APIs in this assignment. First for creating the registered or creating the user, then login the user, then for get the information of the particular user or a customer, then fetch the information or update the information about the profile. Then I use CRUD operation for managing the details of the product, like create the product and delete the product, update the information about the product, and delete, fetching some information by using filtering. Then I use CRUD operation for card. First for creating a card, it means we can add the product in the card, then delete the information about the card, and then fetch the data of the card, and then update the data of the card. Then for place the order, I write two APIs for place and second for update or a cancellation of the order. Then in controller, that is a handler of a project. First is user controller. Then I write two APIs, three APIs here. First for creating the user or register the user, and second is for login the user, and third is updating the information or profile of the user. First is creating the API. I write the post API. Then after validating all the data which are present in request body here, then after validating all the mandatory fields, then I save the bcrypted form of the password in the database. Then I upload the data file, profile image on the AWS. Then I validate the profile image is valid or not, or in the correct format or not. Then after getting all the data, then I upload this profile in AWS S3. Then after validating all the mandatory here, like address, shipping address, billing address. Then I write create API here. Then by using create method, then I create this user. Then after getting the user, and then in second API, I write the post API for logging the user by using some credentials like email and password. If the data is present in the database, that it will allowing the user, it is a correct format or a correct credential. Otherwise, it is not. It will throw the message to the user with status code. Then I send the response. Then for getting the user details, if the user can get the details, and after getting the details, user can also update the information about themselves. Like after for getting the data, I use find method here, find by ID. If then I store the data ID in the param. Then I check the data is present or not with the get ID. If it is not present, then it will throw the message to the user. And then after getting the information, there is also an option for updating the existing data of the user, like here, first name, last name, email, phone number, profile image, password, address. And after validating data is present or not, or it is a correct format or not, then it will update all the data which are provided by user by using put method. Like there are some information about the user. Then I export all the function to access outside the module. Then for product, I use CRUD operation first for creating the product by using some detail. First, I fetch all the data which are present in request.body. Then I also upload the files here by using Multa. Then I validate all the data is present or not about the project, like title, description about the project, price, currency ID, currency format, is free shipping, style, available size, installment, data, like this. Then I validate all the fields. After getting a valid data, then I created the product. Then because this is, then I validate some fields like mobile number, email, password, and valid name. If it is already existed, we cannot add the repeated data in our database. Then I fetch the data by using find method. Then I write the API for finding the particular data with some filtering here. Then after getting like this product ID, I can fetch the data by product ID. Then first I store the ID of the product in a param. Then I validate this using authentication method here. I use JWT token. For this, I write two functions here. First for authentication and second is authorization. And next is after updating and then deleting API. Then we can update any field which are present in the product ID or a product. Like we can delete the product by ID here. Then I export all the functions. Then for my third task is to handle the card. If first I have to write the data, this first I write the post API for creating the card. If data is present in a request body, then I validate the param ID which is a user ID. If it is valid, the user can add the data or add a product in the card. Then I validate data is present or not in the body. Then data is valid or not, like cart ID, product ID. If it is not in the valid, it will throw the message with status code. Then we are fetching the data is existing or not. If the user ID has not any data in our database, it will simply print this message: cart by this user ID does not exist with status code 404, that is the backed request. Then I validate both the cart ID and user ID here. Then I store all the information or the valid data as a key value pair. Then after getting all the data, then I throw all the all the information with the message. Then I update the data here after getting the method by using this method here. Then I validate every field which are present, and then first for updating the data, first I have to check the data is present or not by using find by ID. If the user is valid and data is already present, like product is already present with the given user ID, it will fetch and it will find. If it is already present, it will throw the data information, otherwise it will throw the message. Then I check the find by ID. Find one, it will check the data is not deleted. If it is already deleted, we cannot provide the data. Then by using find one, we check the product is available or not. Then here I check all the validation here if the product ID, because I use a find method here, if it will give us data in the form of the array. Then I check the if arrays is less than array's length is minus in the minus or is equal to 0, it means data is not present in the card. Then I validate all the fields of the product card product, and then I check here. Then after getting all the information, it will update all the information provided by the user. Then I use the card details here. We can fetch all the data which are present in a user card by using get API here. Then I write the get API here. First, I have to validate all data is correct or not. It means that valid user is entered or not. If it is not valid, then it will throw the message and with the status code, and then it will, if it is valid, then we can provide the data of the particular user. Then we can delete the data. It means we can update the card. It means we can remove the product which are present in card, or we can add the data here. It means here. Then at the last, I export all the functions. Then in order controller, there is two API. First for creating your order, and then for cancellations of the order. If the data is, if the product is not cancelable, we cannot allow to user to cancel the order. And there is we are maintaining 3 stages. First is pending, second is cancel, and third is approved. If here, like create order, for creating the order, first I validate the data is present in the valid format or not. If it is already valid or user is authorized, it means it is a valid user, then we can allow them for creating the order. Then by using create method, we can create the order. And second API is for updating. It means we can delete the order. Here, first I write the post API here like this. After validating all the data, we can fetch the data and update it. And then in route.js, I import all the data, all the function which are used for authentication, authorization, and for CRUD operation in this module. Then I use this module here. Like this. There are some APIs first for post, for register the user, login the user, and it for fetching the data we need user ID in the param. Then for put the data, it means we can update the data or of the existing profile. We need user ID, then product. For CRUD operations here, I can run the code by using Nodemon here. This is my collection. First is register the user. The data is here. Like first is name is Meenakshi. Lodhi. And this is endpoint, and this is a post API. If I hit this profile, here I am using a Multer. We can select the profile image here in JPG or PNG format. Here the user is created. Then we can log in this user. It will give a JWT token for authentication and authorization. We have to put this JWT token in bearer token. First, for fetching the data, it will give us the information about the user. Here we can update the data with a valid user. I already hit all the APIs. This mail is already exists because we cannot this is I applied the unique true. It means every email can be unique in our site. Then for product creation, I use this API. Okay, because data title is different. That's why we have to product image is required. We can add the image of the product. First, I have to check here the product image. Product is created. Then we can add the different product here. Then we can fetch the data of the product by using get API. Sorry, my Postman is not working today. We can fetch the data by using user name. Then we can fetch all the data which are presented database by using find method. It will give us all the data. I hit all the APIs and attach this assignment submission link with this collection, and I push all the data or a code in my GitHub repository. This is my repository, and I pushed all the code here, e-commerce app using Node.js. With this collection, I submitted my assignment. This is my assignment. Thank you so much.